Hi, I'm Hayes.
And I'm Layla. And
we're
we're
blind.
blind.
I bet you didn't see that one coming.
Because we didn't either.
Hey everyone, it's Hayes,
And I'm Layla.
and welcome back to Didn't See That Coming. Today we're going to talk about something that we've literally said we were going to talk about, I think, since like the first episode.
Yeah.
We got kind of sidetracked.
And we also just never really felt like doing it because I think, at least for me, this isn't my favorite thing that I have to do as a blind person because it's something that no sighted people ever have to do. And so it's just I'm kind of like, ugh, Really quick, I do just want to apologize for not posting last week. Again, I have been yelled at by several of my friends. I'm so sorry. We've kind of been slacking lately, but also we're gonna have better planning skills. Anyways, let's get started with the episode. Today, our topic is something called O&M. And no one knows what that means when I say it. And my friends are always like, you're O&E, you're ME. And I'm like, what are you talking about right now?
So what O&M stands for is orientation and mobility, which even if I say like I'm doing orientation and mobility, people are probably like, what? Is that like some type of
Yeah, what are you doing?
new age workout yoga plan? Like, no.
Yeah. So I call it my cane training.
Yeah.
When people don't know what it means, but basically
Cane
orientation.
lesson.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
Orientation is like where you are. Like, do you know where you are? Do you know like a lot of it is I rely a lot on cardinal directions, so like which cardinal direction you're facing and stuff like that. For me, and just where you are in relation to anything else, like where you are in relation to your next classroom or the workplace you're getting to or anything.
Wait,
like
so
that.
do you still do like not lefts and rights, cardinal directions?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
I like don't.
it's late.
I
My O&M teacher watches this podcast. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, I do
It's
not do cardinal directions. So yeah, I mean everyone does have different like methods of like O&M
I don't really
training.
like them, but it's like better than left and right because then I actually know where I'm going. And mobility is essentially where do you know how to get where you're going? So that can be a lot of things from like navigating inside a building, like counting doors or counting okay, there's a pole on the wall, like there's a pole in the middle of this door here, and that's where I need to turn or something like that, to like outside crossing streets or, obviously like navigating cars and not getting ran over because no one wants to be squished. Like, I don't think that's, I don't,
I don't
comment down
think
below
that's
if you've
anyone's
ever
goal,
been like, I
hopefully.
want to be squished.
No.
So yeah, that's what orientation and mobility is. And I mean, obviously those terms can apply to everyone. But O&M specifically, I think is a term most used for blind people because we can't see the bigger picture like you do. Like we can't stand on a street corner and look across and be like, oh, that sign says this, so this is where I need to go. So let me just cross this street and then get to my store. And yeah, so we can't do that. So there's a lot more that goes into it. And yeah.
I would say if you're trying to think about what like O&M is like for you sighted people that like don't do it in terms of like a way that may make more sense to you, it's not only outdoor travel, but just like for a metaphor. It's like a giant extended like driver's ed that you have to do your whole life. But
I
instead of like
guess.
learning to drive a car, it's kind of like learning to like
Walk around.
move your body in ways and move your body in your cane in ways that are like safe and you're not just going to like because I mean there are some things like instinctually I think a lot of blind people kind of figure out ways to like find things and get around, but like they just teach you, sweep the cane in front of you. So it starts out a lot more basic for sure, like just
Yeah.
learning how to move the cane in front of you because
And
that's
I
not
started
something you're
out,
just naturally born with.
yeah. And I started out, I mean, I didn't start outside crossing streets at all. I started
Yeah.
in my preschool. Like I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
there are this many doors from my classroom to the cafeteria. Okay, well now learn to trail your cane along the doors and count the doors. Okay, learn how to get to the cafeteria. All right, now how many doors are between like your classroom and the front door? Okay, learn how to get, from the front door to your classroom.
Hmm.
So it starts, very simple and easy stuff like that.
Yeah. And then it moves to more like, I mean, there's even more like inside skills that you figure out. And then I would say you start doing a lot more like outdoor stuff. Like street crossings is a big one, but that's like not all it is. Like, was it just, I think it was just last week, me and my O&M teacher were like in a grocery store. So
Oh yeah.
It is inside, but it's not like learning an inside route. It's more so like learning how to also like interact with
Navigate
people.
inside.
Like,
Hmm.
because a grocery store, like, I mean, yeah, you could like pull your phone out and like scan every item with like a photo describer, but like, who wants to do that? Whenever you
Yeah,
could just be
exactly.
like,
And
hey,
obviously
I'm
now there is
blind.
online shopping and whatever, but it does
Instacart.
help to ask
We
someone.
love Instacart in
Oh
my
yeah, we do.
household. It's great for everyone, not even just blind people. Sure.
Oh
Instacart,
yeah.
you should sponsor us.
Yeah, why don't you sponsor us and give us like food to
Yeah,
eat on
let's
the
send
podcast?
this to Instacart.
Let's do it. Um, anyways, but no, like I think what, especially what Hayes said about people is really good. I had a unit, I think I was in seventh grade, six or seven. And someone needs to count how many times we've said that on here. Probably like over six or
Like
seven.
6, 7. Yeah.
Yeah, 67 times ish, maybe.
Yep.
Anyways, so I had a unit in like seventh grade, I believe. And it was like interacting with the public. So learning to ask for help, learning to say, hey, I'm in this grocery store right now. Like, do you work here? Okay, I need this brand of this thing, and I know I'm in the right aisle, but which one is it? Like, can you help me find it? Or saying, you'll be outside, and if you're looking for a shop and you don't know exactly what it is, a way you could ask someone like, hey, I know it's on this block, but like, which store can you point me in the direction of, XYZ?
Fun
Uh,
fact, once my O&M teacher made me go into a store that he specifically told me was not the store I was looking for and asked them if it was the store I was looking for just to like embarrass myself, I guess. I don't know. It was not
that's kind of
fun.
funny.
It was really awkward because I knew it wasn't the store and I was like trying to like lie. So they like pushing you out of your comfort zone.
Oh, definitely.
Um, yeah.
I know a big part of O&M is we talk a lot about street crossings, but my O&M teacher always tells me it's not about being able to cross every single street. It's about knowing like independence to say, all right, I'm going to do this route even though it's hard, or saying I don't feel safe doing this without vision. I can't do it. So a big part for me also was like, all right, how do I ask people for assistance? Like, hey, are you crossing, Main Street? Can I walk with you? Can I take your arm and do something called sighted guide, which we can talk about in a minute? And can I walk
Hmm.
across this street with you? Like, if you don't feel confident in the traffic sounds and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
like
big
risk assessment, like know what you can and like
Mhm.
know what you can and can't do and then also just know it's manageable. Like I said, like going into a grocery store, you don't want to like have to, do every item. Like it wouldn't be beneficial for your time at all. It would be a lot more helpful just to ask a
Mhm.
person. So like
To
things
ask
like
for
that.
help.
So I would say that's a big thing is like knowing, just having to learn to know when to ask for help and all that
Mhm.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
So one point I want to bring up really quickly is, we've talked about the the cane aspect, like learning how to use your cane in different ways, like, sweeping it, trailing stuff with it. But once you get really good at that, if this is what you decide to do, guide dogs are an option. I
Oh,
feel like a
yeah.
lot of people think of like blind people like all having guide dogs. Like we talked about
That's
that at
definitely
one
not
point.
true.
No, it's not. We don't. But like I feel like that's like a really popular image is like the blind person walking with
Person
like a
with a guide
dog
dog.
and
And
how like
some
obviously
people
the
love
cane.
them, and some people they
Yeah.
help so much, and it's a great thing. And some people just it's not for them and they don't do
Yeah.
it. And that's, fine. I think I would like one in the future. I think it'd be fun.
I
Um,
don't think I want one, but I do love that they have them. But
yeah.
you do need to be like able to do everything by yourself with a cane to have a dog. I think a
To have
lot
a
of people
guide.
also just think you can like just get a dog. Um,
You
there's
cannot.
like a
Because it's
lot
not a
more involved.
GPS, is why
No,
like
you
you can't be
can't
like,
tell.
all
Like,
right,
take me
we're
to
going here.
Starbucks. Like, it can't do
And then it
that.
will. Like
Unfortunately, I
you can't do that.
wish.
No, that'd be so nice. Then I
It'd be
would have
great.
one already, man. Um,
Exactly. But you gotta be like, honestly, I feel like some people say like it's harder than having. We can like talk about guide dogs like I could talk
for a
about this
whole
for a
episode, not
while,
gonna lie.
but yeah, some people say it's like harder than having a cane, but it's just more like rewarding or whatever because it's a dog, which like makes
Oh,
sense. And
speaking of
speaking
dogs, there's
of,
yours again.
I think she hears me. I don't think she likes me talking positively about other dogs. She's kind of
I know.
jealous.
She wants to be your one and only, man. Every time I come
Yeah.
back from your house, my dog, he always gets mad at me because I cheated on him with yours, and he like
Oh,
sniffs me
yeah.
very aggressively, and I'm
You
like, okay,
snuggled with Mackie too
sorry.
much.
Good.
He's jelly.
Taxi gets angry. I know. It's okay. Anyways, sorry.
Um, so you also brought up a good point, Layla. Sighted guide. I feel like
Oh
that's
yeah.
important for like all y'all sighted people that
All
like
y'all
don't
sightlings to
regularly interact with
know.
blind people. I
Hmm.
think you should really pay attention because
Yeah.
we're
Perk up
giving
your
you
ear.
all the details here.
So, sighted guide is essentially like a way to safely walk with a blind person if they ever need it. Now, my friends know that I am genuinely like one of the most lazy people you'll ever meet, but I like to say I'm efficient at preserving energy. So, that's my take on that. But anyways, um and so sighted guide, it can be used for, when you just like don't want to walk, but also situations like my mom always says to my teachers, like fire drills when I don't exactly know where we're going, but we have to
Oh
like
yeah.
move at you know, a good pace.
Mhm.
Um, and so essentially what it is, the sighted person will just hold their arm, like relax normally, however they want to hold it. And then usually the blind person will grab just above their elbow. Some people grab the actual elbow. Some people grab like below the elbow if you're like a little short. Like Hayes is a little short, but
You were not wrong, but I do grab above the elbow.
okay. I mean, when I was in like preschool, I would grab like their wrist because I
Oh,
was like
I
a little
used to just
tiny,
hold
like
people's
baby.
hands in preschool.
Oh, well, Layla didn't do that.
Well,
I need to stop talking in
no.
third person.
Okay, y'all, blind flirting tip here, okay? If
Oh,
you ever,
yes.
if like someone that's like kind of, you find them attractive is like,
And you just meet
hey,
them.
yeah, and you just meet them,
And you're
or
like,
if
hey,
you
can you
just know
guide
them
me?
and they just like think
Yeah.
you're helpless, and they're like, hey, do you need help? You're like, yeah, can you hold
Yeah.
my hand
Can you
and
hold my
walk
hand?
with me?
No,
And
genuinely,
then it's
I've done that
one-sided,
before.
but yeah, Layla, I'm sure
But
you
like,
have.
no, it works because then like sparks can fly when your hands touch. I've absolutely done that before, Hayes. I'm sure I've told you about
You
my
have,
experience.
yep.
Yeah,
If
it
you're
was
if
great,
this person is
man.
watching the podcast, shout out to you.
They,
I'm pretty
anyways.
sure they are.
So moving on. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. Okay, so see, I lost my whole train of thought because you made
Okay.
me all flustered.
Blind person stands like a few steps behind so that if there's
Yes.
stuff, the sighted person hopefully moves them away from it. And if they don't, then they run into it first, is the hope of the blind person.
Yeah,
You
hopefully.
just hold your arm normally. You don't need to hold it out like you're like trying to do the chicken dance or something.
Also, we're not contagious. We won't get blind juice on you.
No, you don't like if you hold it like crazy close to your sides, obviously we can't grip it, so just hold it how you normally would.
Yeah,
Um,
don't be weird.
and then also like one big thing that I always try and tell people is if we are walking somewhere and there's like a step down or something like that, I will still most likely be using my cane unless it's like extremely
Hmm.
crowded.
Hmm.
Because like there's not like at a concert for
Yeah,
instance,
yeah,
like
yeah. You
I'm
can't
probably
really
just
use
gonna hold
your
it up.
cane. We'll talk about the
Because
cane in
we don't
crowds in a
want to.
minute, but
Oh yeah. But maybe tell me if there's like a step or if we're
mhm.
turning or going through like a doorway or whatever. You don't need to be
Yeah.
like super detailed with that. Like you don't need to be like, all right, we're walking into a room with a
Pink
painting of an
walls
elephant on the
and
left side of the wall. Like,
there's yeah.
yeah, no, we don't need
My
those
gosh,
details.
guys, I'm so sorry if you can hear this airplane flying outside my window right
Oh,
now.
I
It is very.
do. Whoa, that's loud.
I know we live next to an airport. Anyways, and I just want to say if we don't have arcane, then there is absolutely 0% chance that we're going to know there are steps there. So
Yeah.
please tell us there are steps when we don't have arcanes because not to call her out or anything, but my official marching band guide, who has literally guided me for hours and hours and hours on end, almost like she had to catch me from falling down steps the other day because she forgot I didn't have my cane and she somehow thought I would find the steps. And
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of bad.
that is
And I
terrifying.
had a clarinet and I had my whole like marching uniform on and my big hat. And I thought I was about to take a spill. And they were like, it was a
Oh,
competition. There were so many people. It's fine.
oh,
Anyways,
Layla.
so please,
But
please,
yeah,
please, people.
sometimes taking guide, even from like a
It's
good
a little
guide, like it's
scary.
easy to forget, so it can be a little
Oh no, it's
risky.
fine. Today, this kid ran me into a pole,
Yeah,
and
that does happen.
then he was on the phone with his mom, and he was like, "Mom, I just ran Layla into a pole."
But then also like some people are a
Anyways.
lot more like likely to take God like Layla is, and then like some people
Yeah.
like I don't take God as often as she does, but then there are some people that will also like do anything they possibly can to like not take God.
Mhm.
So
So I think if you meet a blind person, like just ask, and if they, say yes, then obviously like okay, and if
and
they
then
say
you can just
no,
be like, okay,
obviously
I'm holding my arm out, and then if you say that to a blind person that doesn't know that you watch this podcast, they will be extremely impressed.
oh, they will. Like
Let me just
you
tell
will
you that.
genuinely like if you're trying to riz them up, like do that and you will
Oh
get so much
yeah.
and they will be like, I love you. But yeah, I would say just if you think they might need guide, ask if they ask you. And obviously if you're not comfortable, just be like, hey, like I don't know if I can do that. Cause it's definitely like a learning curve. Um, but you know, just we're chill. It's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Okay. So
back to
canes in
O&M.
crowds?
Oh, yes, canes and crowds
Or was
really
there something you
fast.
were going to say first?
No, I don't know. But I just want to say number one reason, okay, not number one, like top five reasons that I love being blind. This is in the top five is my cane because when people see me coming with my long white cane or they feel my cane tap them, it is literally like I have a laser. Like they are out of my way and parting the seas, and I never have to like wait in crowds in school hallways. And I am just walking like the Queen of England that's just parting the seas, and it's awesome. So, so if you're a
Does that
sighted person, you
ever
act like the cane is a laser and get out of the way because it's
does that
great.
ever bother you though? Because like personally, like it's not like
I
I'm like
guess.
opposed to them moving, but like the way that they will full on jump to the other side of the hallway, I'm like,
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
some of them I'm like, okay, maybe they're being nice and trying not to be in my way, but then sometimes I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, like actually, like guys, I'm not scary. But
Yeah. But if you guys
but
ever like do encounter, time whenever you're like close to someone with a cane, can I just say that like saying, "Hey, I'm right here," like
please.
I'm gonna move out of your way, is like a lifesaver. It
Hmm.
makes us a lot less stressed. I think it'll
Or
make
just
you
talk
feel
to
a
your
lot
friend.
better.
Just be like, hey, how are you to your friend? And then we'll be like, oh, there's
Oh
someone
yeah.
there.
And then
Like, don't
don't
talk to me.
stop talking as soon as I like walk by.
Please, because then that's
That's
not
really
helpful because
awkward.
then I don't know where you
Yeah.
are. My goodness.
Yeah.
Also, let me just say, we had this brought up with a guest, Allie, a couple weeks ago, but I think we should say this again. If you are holding a door for a
Oh
blind
yeah.
person, please say so because like half the time I walk into school and I walk through two separate doors. And most of the time they are held for me and I don't know they're held. So then I awkwardly feel for the door and then it's open and then I just turn and I'm like, thank you. And then I'm like, oh my God, am I saying thank you to the air? And like,
Yeah.
just
So please
please.
do let us know.
Yeah.
Cane
Anyways,
etiquette. Okay.
yeah,
Canes
back to
in
O&M.
crowds.
We already talked about this.
Well, we did, but also
Go ahead.
whenever it's too dense for people to move, we will most likely not be using our canes.
Yeah.
This
I
does
mean,
not
obviously if we
mean,
have to,
yeah, but
but
this also does not mean that we're like faking our blindness. Canes with like hundreds of people around just isn't the best.
mhm.
Um,
Speaking of canes and
Speaking
faking blindness,
of,
so not all canes, not all long white canes, and okay, we should just call this episode the cane episode, man. Um, Not all canes are, long white canes that they use to feel things with. So some people have enough vision to where they can see enough to get around, but not much else. And it's helpful for people to know that you're low vision. So some people carry ID canes, they're called. I think
Mhm.
that's the correct term.
Yep.
Which they're still white and I assume they're long.
I
But
think
they don't
some of them
actually
are, some of them are like a lot shorter.
maybe, but you don't actually use them to like orient yourself. It's more of like a hey, I'm blind. So if you
Yeah.
don't see someone using it in like the fashion we've described, which is usually like sweeping, um, or tapping or something, it's probably an ID kit. They're probably not faking.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Anyways,
Well, all right. Well, thank you guys so much
so much
for
for
listening.
listening.
We say watching a lot.
Hopefully,
We'll
we will be
stop.
back to a week
Week
posting
basis. We'll keep
schedule.
y'all updated if we're
Yeah,
not.
we will. If we're not, we'll let you know because I mean, as I hope you all know, we're all in high school. we're both in high school. There's so many of us guys. And so, we're kind of busy, and also we're just not great planners because, whatever. But we're working on it, and we genuinely
Yep.
do like love y'all. Comment if there's any like ideas you want to see, and we can, put them in.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys have more questions about anything, you can always feel free to ask. Uh, not weekdays, weekends or Saturdays specifically at, nah, that was a really, okay.
What?
Saturdays at noon are when we post.
Yes.
That took me a long
Equally.
time to think of the wording for that. But
Mhm.
that's when we post. So, we didn't post last week, or we're posting this week, obviously. And then hopefully we
Yeah.
should be back to doing it every Saturday at noon. So remember to follow,
Check us out.
subscribe, turn on
Follow us on
notifications so that you don't
Instagram.
forget that we post every Saturday. Yeah,
Oh, I
Instagram.
forgot. So, funny story. Our intro, obviously, we have the, I'm Hayes, I'm
Oh,
Layla, we're
yeah.
blind. And then we have that sound, and nobody knows what the sound is. Like, genuinely, no one has gotten it
No,
right.
even blind people don't know what
Even
it
blind
is.
people don't
Kind
know
of
what it is. I
sad.
mean, I guess we thought it would be more obvious. But the sound in the intro that we were like, oh, this will be such a cool transition sound. It's a cane on a sidewalk.
Hmm. I
So go
went
listen to
outside
it.
and I recorded it.
Yep. So that's what a
It's
cane sounds
we're
like.
live.
That's actually not what my cane sounds like. We have different cane tips. So if any of my friends are like, Layla, like that's not what your cane sounds like,
But that's
then
like the typical
that is the
cane
typical
sound.
cane tip. I'm just weird.
Yep. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah,
thank you
but
guys so much for
thank you
listening.
guys.
Go
Yeah,
listen to the cane
remember to tell
sound
your friends
again.
and family, 5-star rating,
Yeah.
follow us, all
Follow
that good
us,
stuff.
subscribe, all the fun stuff, leave a comment. Yeah. We
Okay,
won't
thank
see
you
you later.
guys. We won't see you later.